Hi, I bought books. They're falling. They've fallen. Hi, hello, and welcome everybody to a new book haul. I haven't done one of these in a while because I've been on a book buying ban. But the last actual online shopping book haul that I did was in December. I've been so good, but today I failed. Last week, I had a very important email to send, and that day I just had a complete mental breakdown. I was like, what do I do? And the answer to that was retail therapy. I have issues. I bought so many books. So we're just getting straight in to this unboxing. Let me get my scissors and let's start. Some of these have seen some things. Some of these are from far away. This, for example, I know is a used book, so I think I'm just gonna start by opening this one. It looks good. Are we ready? It's the back. Look at her! I bought a Fragile Enchantment. Something happened to the corner, but then again, it's a used book. Somebody's owned it before, and now I own it. The reason why I got this was because it was $7 as a hardcover, and I could just not refuse. So Neve, our main character, can stitch emotions and memories into fabric, and that way she's the best dressmaker in the world. And she is supposed to dress the prince for his royal wedding, and his wife, I think. But I'm pretty sure that somewhere in between, she's probably gonna end up with the prince. They form an unlikely friendship. Okay, I'm excited for this. Also, this is one of the most beautiful books I've ever seen, so of course I had to get it. I'm gonna try and do some of these smaller ones before I start with the big boxes, but I want to get the big boxes out of the way as well. I don't know where to start. Oh, that worked perfectly! What is this? Ooh! This is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. I have already read this book. I bought a lot of books that I've already read and that I've enjoyed just because I wanted them on a trophy shelf. The funny thing is that I read the first book in that series after I read this one, and I read the first book last week, which is probably why I ordered the first and second book. The first book is gonna be in here somewhere, but this is technically about Annie and Will is the bodyguard of the girl in the first book. It's a very cute small town romance. It's just adorable, and I enjoyed these. She's a florist and he has a bunch of tattoos. What more could you ask for? I'm not even sure if you can see the book pile that I'm starting here, by the way, but I am starting a book pile because honestly, I think this is gonna be the biggest unboxing that we've ever done together. Let's go into this box. I know what this box is because this is an international order. It's wrapped in plastic. What the fuck is this? I am very tempted to send these back, by the way. I'm gonna show you what they did. They gave me 3 books as a paperback and then 1 as the hardcover. This is the American Royals series. I hate that so much. You don't even know how much I hate that. I have decided very quickly that I'm gonna live with it. Let's unpack these. Let me just say that I'm not happy. But the books look great. For the fact that they've survived international transit, they look great. We have book 1, which is American Royals. It's about the American Royals, who would have guessed? The American royal family has 3 children, and this is their story. They're in all these books. And we have a lot of gossip about the girls and the guy. Can we talk about a few things? If you're making a matching series, right? Same publisher and all, what is that? What is that? What does that have to do with anything? And then what is this? I mean, at least it kind of matches up, so I think I'm gonna be okay with it. But I still hate it. All right, let's go with a small box again because maybe that's better. That one was trickier than I thought it was gonna be. Ooh. This book has seen some things. I don't like it, but I'm gonna live with it. It's kind of wet. Maybe it'll dry up again. Maybe this is water damage. Anyway, this is Desire or Defense. This is an ice hockey romance. These are self-published books. That's why they don't have a publisher, but they're by Leah Brunner. I've read this entire series. It's 3 books. And as far as I know, Desire or Defense is the first book in the series. It's cute. We have different people that are on the same hockey team. These are spice-free hockey romances, so they're adult romances that are spice-free. If you're not into spicy scenes, then these are definitely for you because they're so cute and so adorable, but you don't have the awkwardness that sometimes spicy scenes can make people feel. So these are completely clean, and I like that, except for the fact that, hold on, the book is not completely clean. Anyway, these books are really, really fun. Alright, let's open up this box. This is from my local bookstore because I purchase books everywhere. So this is an order that I did at my bookstore and they sent me the copies. I bought random books everywhere, by the way. This is obviously not the best thing that I did, but I did buy All the Roads Lead Here. I don't exactly know why I ordered it, I just know that I did. Her name is Aurora de la Torre, or Aura to her friends. And she's moving back to Colorado, to her hometown. It's filled with bittersweet moments. Her mom died. Ooh, she had a famous boyfriend. And she has a hot landlord. Oh, I'm here for this. Although, I think that this is an age gap romance, okay? Just from the way that he looks and she looks, like, he's got gray hair. I think this is an age gap romance. The next book in that package was King of Sloth. I ordered the entire Kings of Sin series, so they're all gonna be in here somewhere. And this is the 4th book, so that's interesting. If you don't know, the Kings of Sins are essentially gonna be 7 books filled with billionaire romances. And each and every one of these books is about one of the deadly sins. It's a really fun book. I've read this entire series already, so I know what I'm talking about and I like these, so I ordered all of them. Do we want to do this one? This one looks fun. It looks like they put way too many books in here. It's the other 2. We have the continuation of the Desire and Defense book. I don't know what the series is called, by the way. But we have the next one, which is Flirtation or Face Off. And then we also have Betrothal or Breakaway. Now, Flirtation or Face Off, let me just do a quick read up because I don't necessarily remember which one it was about, but it's also like a nice hockey romance. Like, how complex can it be, right? So, our female main character has just had her heart broken, and then her best friend in the first book gets together with one of the hockey players, right? And now she is around the hockey players, and one of them, Colby, is like really, really into her and is just like asking her out constantly, and this is their romance. And then we have the book that I just finished last week as well. It is Betrothal or Breakaway, which is the 3rd book in the series, and this is cute because this is kind of like a marriage of convenience. They're best friends. They've been best friends for ages. She has a kid and he is determined to help her. She needs surgery and he's just like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be here for you. I'm gonna be here for that kid. I love you both so, so much. Also, he is autistic, and the way that the representation in this book was, it's fun, it's good, I liked it. I had some issues, but those were like specific. That's just because I'm autistic. I see some things that maybe you as a non-autistic person might not realize, for example, like with the wording and stuff. But other than that, the representation in it was great, and I was really a fan of him, and I was also a fan of her, so I was just a fan of the book itself. It was good, it was great. Also spice-free again, so that's good. The tower is getting bigger. Let's move to one of the big boxes. This one came to me already damaged, so fun. Let's get into this box. It's a big one. Oh my gosh. They did the best of squeezing as many books in here as they could. Let's put this aside and grab the first one, which is Cross the Line. This is a Formula 1 romance. I don't exactly know what's going on in this book, but it is a Formula 1 romance that I'm excited to read just because I like Formula 1 romances. It's been a while since I've watched Formula 1, like the last time probably being 2010, but I kind of know what's going on. Also, I read the Dirty Air series, so I think I'm a pro now. We have a social media fiasco Formula 1 driver who probably needs help saving his image. This looks amazing, by the way. The cover art, so cute. I'm here for this. All right. Then I went ahead and I got some queer romances because, of course, I'm getting queer romances. First one I got was If Tomorrow Doesn't Come. This is a doomsday romance that after I made my TBR for this month, I asked if somebody else had like queer doomsday romances and somebody suggested this one and it was on my TBR already. Like it was on my Amazon wishlist and I was like, I'm getting this. And then I also went ahead and I bought Late Bloomer. I don't exactly know what this is about. I just know that it's a queer romance and I'm probably gonna enjoy it. Opal won the lottery. I'm not sure which one of these two is Opal, but one of them is Opal and Opal won the lottery. Just people are just like constantly looking for handouts. So she is buying a farm in the middle of nowhere. Only problem is that the other girl, she already lives on the farm. She's like, this is my farm, I live here. And so now they share this farm together and they have to like navigate it together. It's gonna be cool. I can already tell you that this is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm so excited for this. I'm probably gonna read this next. I'm just like looking for more small time romance and it just feels like this is right up my alley and I'm just excited for it. This pile is already wobbly. Like, it does not look safe. Whoever packed this, props to you. None of the books were harmed and you... Okay, I correct myself. None of the books were harmed. This is going back. This book is going back to where I bought it. I do not feel bad for this. This was packaged by Amazon, so I don't feel horrible. But this is King of Wrath. King of Wrath is the first book in the Kings of Sin series. I will be returning this because it's just like so broken up. I can't right now. It's impossible. So I'm gonna be returning King of Wrath. I'm just gonna be putting it to the side because this is impossible. Like, it's a no from me. However, King of Greed is totally fine and looking gorgeous and looking cute. Again, billionaire romance. What do I have to say, right? It's about Dominic Davenport. All of these are fun. All these are cute and fun and I loved these and I had a great time reading them. The next book, it's a little dirty and dusty, but I think it's gonna be fine. This is An Education in Malice. I've been wanting to get this book for a while. So this is a very dark academia kind of romance. As far as I know, it's also a queer fantasy-ish book. So let me read up on it. An Education in Malice is a dark academia tale of blood, secrets, and insatiable hunger. It sounds good. I bought it because it's beautiful and because I'm really interested in seeing how this ends, and it sounds good and it's queer and I like it. So I bought it and I don't have an explanation, okay? I just bought it. I put it in my cart because I was like, what else can I get? I was in a frenzy and I was always just like grabbing more. Anyway, let's put this here for now. I think that's a good spot. And then I gave in to the hype. Okay, I gave in to the hype. I don't know what else to tell you. I bought The Crimson Moth. Now, I know that this book is either called The Crimson Moth or Heartless Hunter. Both are available. I just bought this one because it was $2 cheaper. So now I have The Crimson Moth. This is a fantasy book. That's essentially all I know about it. I've heard a lot of good things. People have been talking about this a lot on TikTok and Instagram, so I've just been here wanting to read it. So it's a duology, which is good. It's just 2 books in the series. Okay, the only thing more treacherous than being a witch is falling in love. Right, this was a witch and a witch hunter story. I remember now. I'm very excited for this. I love witches. I love reading about witches and magic, so this is up my alley. Also, it's just, like, look at it. It's stunning. With the red moth in the middle. Whoever designed this cover, thank you for your service. This is beautiful. And then the last book is also all right. I bought Honey Witch, which is also a queer romance. Honey Witch is about a witch that is cursed to never find love. And she lives very secluded on her little, like, farm-ish land with her bees. And she then gets a visitor who does not believe in magic and curses and witches, and she falls in love. I'm so excited for it. It's gonna be such a cute book. The cover, it's giving Bridgerton. Like, you can tell me whatever you want, but the cover is giving Bridgerton and I love it. I have a feeling that this is gonna be like a cute summer read, so I'm planning on reading it this summer just because it looks so beautiful with all the flowers and the little archway. This is not a good idea, by the way. Putting the book on top of here is not a good idea. Now this box is empty, so let's move on to the next box. That was horrible. Alright, this time. Second time's the charm. This is Down Comes the Night. I'm pretty sure that I saw this on TikTok. I saw a TikTok like by the author promoting their book and I was like, I'm gonna buy it. So this is by Alison Saft. I thought the cover was stunningly beautiful and it's cute. Also, it's giving like tiny redhead girl and dark mysterious guy, so I'm here for that, okay? I'm here for it. It says he saw the darkness in her magic and she saw the magic in his darkness. I'm pretty sure this is kind of a bit Beauty and the Beast-ish, but I'm not sure. But I'm here for it. That's all I can tell you. I am here for this book. And the next box is, let me open it up. I'm always just like here for this. Ooh, and it's the same. This is Betting on You by Lynn Painter. Now, if you know, you know that Better Than the Movies was one of my favorite books a few years ago. So I am just excited. I've read a few different Lynn Painter books in between, and I've not been the biggest fan of her adult romance books. I'm just hoping that because this is another young adult romance book as far as I know. I'm just hoping that this one's cute again. I'm just hoping this one is giving me the same bubbly feeling that Better Than the Movies did. Is this safe? For now, it is safe. All right, and then the next box. Let me rip it open. There's 2 books in here. Okay, I know what this is. This is a little banged up, but I'm still gonna keep it. This is Out on a Limb. I had this pre-ordered because I read the book as an ebook and I definitely needed a copy of Out on a Limb in the published version. It's so beautiful. This is a romance between 2 people with disabilities and it's just amazing. This is one of the cutest romances I've read so far this year. It's adorable. I've loved it so much. I was so here for it and I can only encourage you all to read this book and to read any other book that has ever been written by Hannah Bonham Young. Just do it. Please do it. They're incredible. And the other book, this is wobbly. This is not safe. The other book in this mix is Leather and Lark. This is the second book of the Butcher and Blackbird book that was very popular last year. I read it on my Kindle and then I also ordered the book immediately. This was not as good as Butcher and Blackbird in my opinion, but it was still a good book. So like a 3.5, 4-star book, just like not as incredible as Butcher and Blackbird was. I enjoyed it. It's still like a serial killer romance. So we have her, and she is a serial killer, but she's also in a band. It's very spicy. I don't know how else to describe it. She's in a band, she's a serial killer, and it's very spicy. We have on-stage action. Let's just leave it at that and move on to the next one. At some point this is gonna fall, but that point is not now. It also looks very crooked. It's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So I think we'll just do this one next. This is a Fairy Loot box. And I know what's gonna be in here because my orders from Fairy Loot are, like, I track them very well because I'm scared that they're not gonna arrive here. So I know what this is and I was prepared for this. Although I do have to say I have not read this book yet, even though I have the regular copy. This is, of course, Ruthless Vows, second book of Divine Rivals. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, I have no words left. I'm just baffled by how pretty you can make a book. I don't even want to talk about the book. I just want to appreciate that it exists and move on. And I don't know where to put it, so I'm not gonna risk putting it up here, so I'm just gonna put it down here next to these boxes. And now we're moving on to the 2 last big boxes, which are probably gonna hold a few more books. Of course they are. What else would they hold? I ordered nothing but books. So we're gonna start with the tiny one and then we're gonna do the big one at the end. All right, what's in here? Oh, I know what's in here. I'm excited for this. It's 4 books. Wow. Wow. All right, it is... Huh? I have 2 copies of King of Sloth. I'm pretty sure that I did not order 2 copies of King of Sloth, but I'm gonna check. I'm confused now, but I'm gonna check that later. So 2 books that I'm very excited about that are here now is Alive and Wells and Seeing Red. These are by Bailey Hannah. These are self-published again, so they're not by any publisher. I just want to mention that before because they feel a little different. They feel like self-published books. I'm very excited about these. These are small town cowboy romances. I don't want to tell you anything more. It's just, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. I had a good time reading them. That's why I ordered them. They are on Kindle Unlimited, so if you're interested, just pick them up there or pick up the actual books. But they're great, and I can only encourage you to read these too because small town cowboy romances, what more could you want, right? And then the last book in that box is When in Rome. This is another small town romance. It's the first book in this, like, where is it? Where is it? Oh, down here. Practice Makes Perfect. That's the second book in that series. So When in Rome is the first one. It's cute. They're adorable together. It's a celebrity romance. So what more could you want? I'm just hoping that they match because they have a different publisher, but I know what book is in here. I know at least one book that's in here, and I'm excited. And I'm also scared because this box is also like broken again, so I'm confused. First up is King of Pride, which I did order, so I think that they just sent me an additional book. I'm gonna check with my Amazon account if I did order 2 editions, but this is King of Pride. It's the second book in the Kings of Sin series. I like this. This is Kai's story, which I think was one of my favorites. It's just good. And let me scooch over a little bit so that you can see both of the piles of the books that I got. And then there's just 2 more books in here. The first one, I was not expecting sprayed edges. Honestly, I was not expecting to see sprayed edges today, except for the Fairy Loot book, but by an Amazon book, no, I was not expecting that. This is Fate Inked in Blood by Daniel Jensen. Keep in mind, this is also the author that wrote the Bridge Kingdom series, which I am absolutely in love with, and it's the only reason I got this book. I wanted to get this book when I was still in the US, but this exact same book with the exact same sprayed edges cost like $30. And I think I got it for like 13 here because books are just cheaper in Germany. So that's what I did. Also, this is the UK version. It is stunning. It has beautiful, it's just pretty. I just like it. I have no idea what it's about, but I'm excited to figure out what it's about. Like Vikings, maybe? I'm unsure, but that's what I'm going with. And then the last book of today doesn't really fit the haul because it's the only one that's like this, but it's The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. It's a thriller. I don't know why I ordered a thriller, but I was feeling it and I heard very good things about this thriller, so I am hoping to enjoy it. I'm very particular with my thrillers. I don't like them. Really, that's the thing. I want to like them, but they just never have enough romance for me, so I don't enjoy them. And I realized that I just like romance books that have a little bit of mystery, but I'm just hoping that I enjoy this because so many people said that this was a very good thriller, so I'm really into it. And that's the haul, everybody. That is the haul. Let me move you closer. Alright, we're here. I did some research in between, and I realized that I do have 2 King of Sloth books, but that was actually, that was an issue from my local bookseller. They were supposed to send me The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, and they didn't. They sent me King of Sloth. So I'm gonna return that and then buy the actual book from them again, which is hopefully gonna go through very well. Let me do a quick head count of the books that we have right now. Okay, let me do that. Let me move you like this and let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 10. I bought 30 fucking books. How did I buy 30 books? Why am I like this? Honestly, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you did because I did. I love getting new books. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I question myself because why did I buy so many books? But then again, at the same time, I'm like, of course I bought this many books. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. And this is my problem. But it doesn't hurt anybody. So, is it really a problem? Who knows? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to leave a like. Comment the last book that you bought, by the way, because I don't want to be alone. I really, really don't. And do tell me if I need to read any of these books really, really fast, because I will. If you tell me, I will. Until that, I will see you for the next video. If you don't want to miss it, please consider subscribing and clicking the little bell, and I will see you soon. Bye, everybody! I just issued the return for King of Wrath, and I put the book and the box were both destroyed, which is true, and they told me they would send me a new book and I could keep this one. So what do I do with this book now? I don't want to keep it. It's It's badly broken. Maybe if I need a book as a prop, I could use this for like cracking the spine. They told me I could keep it. I don't have to return it. But because what would they do with it? The book is like, you can't sell that book anymore.